Listen to the short story, The House That Whispered at Night. Everyone in Maple Hollow knew to avoid the blue house on Pine Street. It sat at the end of the road, quiet and still, with tall windows that never opened and a front door that stayed locked. Kids said the house whispered at night. Grown-ups said it was just old wood settling. Evan Carter wasn't sure what to believe. Evan was 10 years old and new to town. His family had moved into a small yellow house 2 streets away. On his first day at school, he heard the stories. "Don't go near the blue house," a boy warned him at recess. "People say someone's still inside," another whispered. That night, Evan lay awake in bed. The wind rattled the trees. Then he heard it. A soft sound. Not loud, not scary. Almost like a voice. Evan sat up. His window faced Pine Street. The blue house stood in the distance, its windows dark. The sound came again. "Help!" Evan's heart thumped. He told himself it was just the wind, but the words sounded too clear, too real. The next morning, Evan asked his mom about the house. "It belonged to an old woman named Mrs. Finch," she said while making breakfast. "She passed away years ago. The house has been empty since." "Why does everyone avoid it?" Evan asked. His mom shrugged. Stories grow when people don't know the truth. That afternoon, Evan grabbed his bike and rode toward Pine Street. The closer he got, the colder the air felt. The blue paint on the house was chipped. The yard was overgrown. The mailbox leaned to one side, empty and rusted. Evan stopped at the gate. "Just looking," he whispered to himself. The front door wasn't locked. It creaked open. Inside, the house smelled like dust and old books. Sunlight slipped through the windows in long, thin lines. Furniture was covered with white sheets. Everything felt frozen in time. "Hello?" Evan called. No answer. Then he heard it again. "Help me," the sound came from upstairs. Evan swallowed hard. Every part of him wanted to run. But another part, the curious part, pulled him forward. He climbed the stairs slowly. At the end of the hallway was a small bedroom. Inside sat an old wooden radio on a table. Its dial flickered softly. The voice came from the radio. "Help me if anyone can hear this." Evan stepped closer. The radio crackled. Then a woman's voice spoke clearly. "My name is Eleanor Finch. If you're hearing this, please know I didn't leave this house by choice." Evan's eyes widened. The message repeated, over and over. It wasn't a ghost. It was a recording. Evan searched the room. On the wall hung dozens of photographs. Mrs. Finch stood in every one, smiling with a younger woman who looked just like her. A daughter. Evan noticed a notebook on the bed. He opened it carefully. The pages told a sad story. Mrs. Finch's daughter had left town after an argument. Years passed. Letters were written but never answered. Mrs. Finch waited, hoping her daughter would return. The last entry was shaky. "If anyone finds this, please tell my daughter I never stopped loving her." Evan's chest felt tight. The whispers weren't from a ghost. They were from loneliness. Suddenly, Evan heard footsteps downstairs. "Hello?" a woman called. Evan rushed down the stairs. A woman stood in the doorway holding a box. She froze when she saw Evan. I'm sorry," Evan said quickly. "I heard something." The woman's eyes filled with tears. "You heard the radio." "You're her daughter," Evan said. She nodded. "I came back to sell the house. I couldn't stay away anymore." Evan led her upstairs and showed her the notebook. She sat on the bed and cried. "I thought she hated me," the woman whispered. "I never knew she waited." That evening, the blue house glowed with warm light for the first time in years. The radio went silent, and the whispers stopped. If you like this story, we release a new one every week, so there are more for your enjoyment. Subscribe, share, and comment, so you don't miss a new short story. I promise to keep them coming.